Wish all the hashtags, likes and tweets would find a way to get lost. Yeah, and when I pull up to the scene, I wonder what the hell is the cost. And yeah, oh no, you never seen nothing like this before. Yeah, but this is different. Yeah, I deserve to find some self-comfort. So find a way to something, and our hearts burn with the heat of 1,000 suns. Yeah, and we cry out loud 'cause we just want attention. And we feel alive from a fake medium. Yeah, I won't accept this life that fate is given. So find a way to get lost. So find a way to get lost. Just find a way to get lost. Yeah, we'll find a way to get lost. So find a way to and tweets will find a way to get lost. Yeah, and when I pull up to the scene, I wonder what the hell is the cost. And yeah, oh, you never seen nothing like this before. Yeah, but this is different. Yeah, I deserve to find some self-comfort.
And welcome to episode 321 of the Geeks for the Win podcast, the tech and gaming podcast from thegeeksforthewin.com, where we cover all things geeky. I'm your host, William McDonald, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
Known across the internet as Casual Terror. William, it's good to see you, finally.
I have video. Yay. And not a grayed out picture.
There were times when I'm like, you know what? I should find a better picture.
Yeah, you should have, I think, but...
Well, okay, there was actually one time I'm like, I'm going to find a better picture for Will. Facebook. Oh, look, here's an old Halloween costume of Will's. Of him.
Was he as a pirate?
Nope. Underdog.
No, that wasn't even Halloween. That was Spirit Week in high school. Superhero Day.
Oh, so that was a while ago.
Yeah. Because of course everyone's picking, superheroes, so I choose underdog, of course.
Yes.
That was a pretty good costume, I thought.
It was, yeah.
I made it from scratch, so. But yeah. I don't know if you saw that pirate one of mine in Facebook, but yeah, I did that one from scratch too. But anyways, back, I had to wipe my computer and reinstall Windows, and it gave me some issues because, it was like when I went to reinstall it, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna wipe this partition or reformat this partition. Okay, now install. Error code. No. Error code. Okay, restart. Go back. Error code. I'm like, for some reason, turns out like it's because my D drive, which is my 4 terabyte hard drive, for some reason was messing things up. So I had to like just pop that out and then install on the SSD, and it worked fine, thankfully. But man, I was freaking out for a minute.
Yeah, that's one of the situations like, and my heart just stopped because the only thing I can look up how to fix it on is on a phone. Phone results doesn't always give you a good.
You could pull up like your Xbox, like you could look up YouTube videos or stuff like that. You could use is it Microsoft Edge on Xbox?
Sure. Yeah. That's the thing.
You had to? If you had to.
Yeah.
Worst case, yeah. Anyways, though. Yeah, so this looks like it's working out. I'm glad. I really am glad. It was no fun, like, because I had to like watch your stuff on the actual stream and
right, yeah,
and it just seemed weird. But anyways, what have you been up to?
Well, a tiny game kind of came out over the last week. Been playing a bit of that, and that would be let's okay, there we go. That'd be Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, what
Been playing a bunch of that. I even streamed a bit on Friday.
You streamed a bunch on Friday. What was it like? How long were you streaming on Friday? It was a good chunk.
5-6 hours?
Yeah, I want to say it was like 6 hours. Knock something over. Anyways.
Yeah, I was also doing a test for this coming weekend. I was doing a test stream on Facebook as well, just to see how that works. And I'm gonna talk about how much Facebook is not a streaming platform. Because boy, does that not it. Okay, using Restream to stream on Facebook is not good, because having the combined chat, in order to get the chat to work, you can't stream on your personal page. You have to stream on a like a group page. So like I had to stream on the GeeksFTW page, and then like you just do like, hey, I'm streaming here, just do a post on my own, to do it that way. And I had to restart it a couple times, which in order to restart it, you have to get a completely new key every single time.
Oh, that's a pain.
It is a bit of a pain. And the time I got it working correctly, I forgot to check the continuous stream option, which you can only stream for 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
And then it just cuts you off. Just says no more.
And it's only 720.
Yes, you have to stream at 720, 30 frames.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. And it's there's a good deal of a delay. Like I would say a good 5-second delay. And there's even an even larger delay on like chat to like see like on Restream. I see there's a good like 15-second delay for the dang chat, and you can't even type using the Restream chat app. You have to type, if you want to type something into the Facebook chat, you have to type it in on Facebook.com.
Huh.
So like you can't reply to people. So that it's not a good streaming platform, surprisingly.
I would imagine there's a large enough audience too.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they just don't care. Facebook doesn't care.
If people are looking on Facebook for streams or whatever, then it's simple just to post a link like on the GeeksFTW Facebook page and say, "Hey, I'm streaming over here or here."
Yeah,
so check it out.
Which is what I do.
Yeah.
Doing this for Extra Life is really to get the people who won't go to, who won't follow some random link to a website they've never heard before, like Twitch or something. This is to get, the family members, the grandparents, the great grandparents,
everyone's heard of YouTube,
the cousins. But if they have to go somewhere else and if it takes them off Facebook,
Gotcha. Okay.
Which I actually did get, a couple cousins that honestly I never would have thought would even. So
I don't have any family, so I don't. That doesn't apply to me.
I've got quite a large family. Like my family reunions are 100 people plus.
Yeah, even when I had family, it was always just like parents, brother. That's it, really.
My mom's mom is one of 10 kids, so
wow.
And
okay.
and they all have kids, so it's a large extended family.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's I will be doing that this weekend. But on to actually what I have up on screen. Red Dead Redemption 2. This game takes its time to do everything.
I heard it takes forever to get into.
Like
The snow area takes forever.
that does take a while. Like I was not expecting to be there as long as I was, and this game is not a. I said on our Google Hangout, this is a simulator more than it is a video game because of just everything you got to do. Like I'll just go into my camp real quick and do something. There is no quick into camp because you cannot run in camp. You have to walk.
Oh,
and
wow.
if you try to run, you go into a determined walk. That's as quickly as you can do anything is a determined walk. And it's not really a kind of a, oh, there's like 3 or 4 tents. No, there's like 10 tents, and the thing you want is always on the other side. It's like, oh, shit. And of course, somebody is going to stop and talk to you as you walk in. Like, hey, what's up, Bill? I can't wait for you to die, because boy, are you a piece of shit.
Wow.
No, because this is a prequel to Red Dead Redemption. The very first thing you do in that game is you hunt down your old gang, Bill, or your old gang, and the first member is Bill. So, yeah, Bill is not a good character. He's just not a nice character, and he's written that way, and so, but yeah, like there's so much in this game. There's so much detail in this game. It is phenomenal. Like, there is unnecessary detail, like the one that everybody goes to, horse balls.
Okay, the first one, it was horse butt. Now it's horse balls.
Well, it's not only that there are horse balls, it's when you go into the colder weather, they shrink.
That's too much detail.
Why is that in there?
I hope there's no major bugs in the game because they were spending too much time on horse ball shrinkage.
I've definitely come across my good share of bugs. One of them fucked me over because just like in the first game, you're riding along and somebody will come up alongside the road. Help! I need something done. All right, well, there's one guy. He's been bit by a snake. You can either give him medicine, or you can suck out the poison, or you can shoot him, steal his money, or just leave him to die, whatever. But it actually behooves you to help this guy, because sometime later, and I do mean sometime later, you'll walk into the first city you come across is a city called Valentine, and he's sitting on the front porch talking to the shop owner. And you walk by and he goes, "Hey, that's the guy who saved my life. Hey, buddy, thanks for saving my life. And you know what? Just as a thank you, anything in this gun shop can be put on my tab." Like, that's cool. Great.
Wow.
And kind of as this guy and I are having this conversation, the shop owner kind of gets up and kind of walks away. So, okay, walking to the shore. Where's the shop owner? Okay. So I wait, a full day. Walk in the store again. Where the hell is he? So I wait like 3 days in game for the shop owner to show up. He never shows up.
Okay.
I look on Reddit. There's a bug. You have to exit out of the game and close the app completely, and then relaunch the game. Okay, so I did that. Well, too much time passed and the dude's offer expired.
Oh,
So I never got a free gun.
Oh, that's heartbreaking right there.
Yeah.
And there was good stuff in there?
Yeah, I mean, the guns in this game are, like, it's not like anything's kind of locked off, but like okay, no, I take that back. Yes, there are guns that are locked off, but like, this is not like an RPG. Like, coming from like Assassin's Creed into this game, I had to shut my brain off from just playing Assassin's Creed, because Assassin's Creed is an RPG-ass RPG. This is not. This is, it's kind of, yes, there are mechanics that level up, like your health and stamina and your dead eye, which I have not yet fully grasped how that whole system works. And I'm not alone. A lot of people are confused on really how that works, because okay, you got the symbol, you got a heart, a lightning bolt, and an eye. Those are your cores. And then there's another bar that goes around with all those. That I don't know what you call it, but that's kind of what replenishes kind of over time. Like, duck and cover, and your health will go back up. And how I had it, the best and easiest way I had it described to me was, think of it as shields. As like your shields replenish, but as soon as it goes below that bar and starts eating into your core, that does not replenish. And kind of how much core you have determines how quickly your shields replenish. Let's keep using that term, because that makes sense to me. And none of this is explained in game. It just says, hey, this is your core, this is your bar. Okay, go. And I was wondering, I was like, why am I always out of fucking Deadeye? I don't know. And I keep, drinking tonics and stuff, but like, it never seems to replenish. Well, you got to do something to refill that core. And it's confusing as hell. There's a lot of things in this game that are just confusing because it's never told to you, or it's told to you once, but you were in the middle of a firefight and didn't read the tooltip that is super easy to miss, and you never see it again.
Oh.
Like there's other thing that, it took me forever to figure out how this works. In your camp, there's you have to kind of help keep the camp surviving. You have to bring, or okay, you don't have to, but food is an issue for everybody. You got to keep everybody's health up. Ammo for when they go out and do their burglary bad guy things. And you get this little icon in the corner at the camp, a little cross, a bullet, and a chicken leg, and it's like either like red, gold, or white, determining how how filled it is. And when I first started out, I was like, okay, everything's red, makes sense. And so I went out hunting, brought back a deer. Okay, what do I do with it? Okay, so I'll put the deer down. Then it teleports you outside of camp. Oh, you can't put things down in camp. It's, you know, okay. How do I donate this deer meat that I just caught? Well, you have to walk up to Pearson and donate it, and nothing ever tells you to do that. And it's kind of irritating on some of those mechanics that it could just, hey, you've given me 5 hours of tutorial. This could have probably been another one that I probably would have appreciated. But yeah, I'm really liking this game, this simulator. I'm about 30% through, and I'm on chapter 3 of, I think, 6 or 7. I'm not exactly sure how many chapters there are, but yeah. Another thing that I will probably not quite get the hang of, and from what I see on Reddit, nobody else will either. And that is the concept that when you're riding a horse, unlike Red Dead Redemption, where you just, you're controlling the horse. No, you don't control the horse. You control Arthur, who's controlling the horse, who has a mind of its own. And that mind loves trees and wants to hit them as fast as possible. Trees and rocks and carriages. And just wants to run into them as quickly as possible and send you flying.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Like, do you remember in Grand Theft Auto 4, it seems like the lightest tap in your car would just send you flying out the windshield?
Yeah.
That's exactly how this feels.
Wow, that's really not good, considering riding the horse is a big part, or at least it was a big part of the first game.
And it's absolutely, and their fast travel is almost non-existent. It is a thing, but like you can only travel between towns. You cannot fast travel back to your camp.
Oh, that's not good.
You can travel from your camp, but not back to it. It's a one-way fast travel. But you have to unlock the fast travel in your camp, which takes quite a bit of money. But luckily, there is an auto run, and here's the tip. To auto run, this is in the tutorial. Hold down the select button. I'm going to call it the select, where PlayStation 4, Xbox One, whichever you're playing, to go into cinematic mode. Now the game tells you to hold down X or A to keep going, but if you just tap it, it will send the horse going as fast as he can.
Okay.
So that is straight up auto run. So you can, set your destination to wherever, set that down, and go fix dinner or go to the bathroom, because it's going to take you some time. So yeah, I would definitely be playing it this weekend for Extra Life.
Cool. Have you run across the Achievement Hunter guys?
Yes, I have. It's actually quite early on,
Oh,
because
that's cool.
they're in that first town, and there is a mission where you have to talk to the innkeeper, which is Jack. So, and then Jeff is the guy at the train station where you can buy a train ticket to fast travel to another town you've been to or pay off your bounties.
That's cool.
So yes, I have seen them, and I was looking to see kind of the other kind of Rooster Teeth guys that stream, kind of what their reaction to coming across them are. And I think the funniest has got to be John Reisinger, because when John comes across Jack, he just shoots him.
Okay.
And Ray, there's a clip of him. He goes, "Jeff, are you gonna fire me again? Don't make me play Minecraft again, man. Don't make me play Minecraft again."
Hmm. Yeah,
So.
that's. I'm surprised there hasn't been anything. I don't think there's been anything yet from the Achievement Hunter guys on Red Dead. I haven't seen any videos pop
No,
out.
not any videos. No, I mean they talked about it on off topic.
Yeah, they definitely talked about it on there, but I haven't
But
seen any videos.
no, and I don't expect to till sometime when the online comes out.
Yeah, but typically they do Let's Watch and stuff like that. Whenever a big game comes out, they at least do one part of it.
Yeah,
And you think they do something to show off them in the game.
I don't know. Yeah, I was also looking for something from them this week, but nothing ever happened.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I know, like Jeremy streamed it, so. But really, see, that's. I don't know. You got any other questions about Red Dead?
No. Unfortunately I gotta wait on Red Dead because I had to replace my Xbox power supply and
Yeah, and that was basically the cost of Red Dead.
I got Fallout coming out, which I just I got the code from basically trading a 6-month Game Pass code I had. So thankfully I had that, so I was able to get Fallout for when that comes out. Was it 2 weeks? It's the 14th. A little less than 2 weeks.
I'm not actually sure when it comes out. I know there's been a couple betas now.
Yeah, the Xbox beta was last week, and then the regular beta.
Yeah, the 14th.
Okay, yeah.
Which honestly, I like when it was announced. Like I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. But like over time, I'm like, no, I think I'm good.
I'm super looking forward to it. I really am.
I think I'm good.
I watched. What was it? Ryan and Jeremy from Achievement Hunter. They streamed together.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that. I know, and that was really kind of what made me like, I think I might be good.
I love Fallout, and I've always wanted to be able to play Fallout with friends, so I'm looking forward to it. And the fact that I was able to get it for, free, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, it cost past William. So.
True.
But even then, I think I paid $30 for that Game Pass code way back when, and I don't know. I just had it saved, like I was telling you off show. Like, I had 6-month Game Pass code I bought on sale for $30. I was just saving it for whenever like Crackdown or whatever, like the big games were gonna come out, and then they postponed Crackdown, and then I've just been saving it, and I'm like, well, I really want to play Fallout, so I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna sell this, and luckily someone bought it. So, but yeah, I want to play Red Dead eventually, but just it'll be a wait and see thing.
Yeah.
So is that all you've been up to?
Well, not quite. You remember last week I was kind of like, oh well, Titanfall 2 is like $20 on PC.
Yeah.
Well, I found an even better deal.
I was about to say
Titanfall.
you would probably find it a lot better. Not
Well,
right now.
Titanfall 2 Ultimate Edition, as well as Battlefield 1 with Battle Pass, was $20.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so I ended up picking up that and played a bunch more Titanfall 2. Just kind of like, you know what? I want to get back to my favorite gun, to my gun I like, which is the Hemlock. She unlocked level 13, and boy, are people a lot better on the PC than they are on the Xbox.
I mean, that's a given, but yeah.
Boy, is that game a lot faster on the PC than it is on the Xbox. So, yeah, that's yeah, just that. What about you? What have you been? Oh no, I do want to mention real quick. I did start up Battlefield 1, and it kind of forces you into a tutorial before you can do anything at all. And I swear the narrator was blue.
Yeah, I remember you saying something in our chat about that.
Like, if you go and look up the first mission in Battlefield 1, that's Larry. That's blue. And I wish I'd clipped it so I could play it on the show, but I didn't. But yeah, I think blue's in Battlefield 1 secretly.
Well, that would be cool. Anyways, as far as me, let's see. No, I haven't played much Blackout since last time. I think I played once since, but I need to jump back into it because they released a major update.
Like, I heard there was something about it.
Like, they released an update, like, was it Tuesday? Which okay. Fortnite released an update, I think Tuesday. Call of Duty released an update Tuesday. Destiny 2 had a update. So like a bunch of games had updates on Tuesday.
Did PUBG have an update?
And I was looking at the patch notes for not for Blackout, but for Call of Duty. There was a lot of stuff they updated. Like a lot of multiplayer stuff. I had to scroll down to get to the Blackout because I wanted to look at what Blackout's done. Like they're supporting this game. They really are. They added a lot of stuff, which they need to add auto run for the consoles. I don't know if that was in this update or not, but because I haven't played since the update, but they need to add auto run because auto run's nice. And all the other games have it. Fortnite has it. PUBG has it.
I watched some of the TwitchCon tournament, the Doritos Bowl stuff. Man, that game is so much faster on PC.
Really? Wow.
It's like, holy shit, that game is fast.
Yeah. See, My only issue with getting games like, on PC is I don't know a lot of PC players.
I want to be one.
Because look at us on PUBG. We got PUBG, because it was only on PC at the time, and we
Right.
played it as much as we could, but we didn't know anyone else to play with. And then stupid me, I get it on Xbox because I'm like, I
You
know
weren't
people
alone.
who would play it on Xbox, and people got it, and we played it for like a day, and then nothing
We
because
had
it
we had no
sucks.
idea the garbage fire that PUBG would be on the console.
And the bad part is, it's gotten worse. Like, it was a lot better, 6 months ago than it is. Like, I haven't played it recently on Xbox, but like, was it a month ago, 2 months ago? Maybe I played it last on Xbox, and like beginning of the year when it first launched, because it launched in December. So, like, I don't know how how it's gotten worse. Like, how a game, it might be
They
better
don't
now,
care.
but I just don't understand how a game could get worse with time.
They don't care. That's how.
And all the Sony fanboys are like, "Oh, we want PUBG." Well, you did get a
No,
PC.
no, Sony guys, no, you don't.
Get a PC then, because that's the way you play PUBG.
And even
As
that's not great.
I, it's way better.
It's
Like, I
playable.
hardly.
It's playable, but like it's still like really. I think Blackout really is the way to go.
Oh, Blackout's so fun. Yeah.
I mean, I've only played two matches, and that was in the beta. But Blackout is the way to go.
They they didn't learn from PUBG's mistakes though. Their battle pass. They have 200 tiers on their battle pass, and it takes like so much to get XP. Like, the
And how
only way
long
to
is the
get
battle pass for? Do they know? Do we know yet?
50, I think there's like 50 something days left.
That no.
And someone told me that they like someone said you have to play like maybe 6 hours a day in order to, you know, get everything, something like that. But you only get XP for like placing in the top whatever, depending on whether it's solo, duos, or squads. I think it's top 5 for squads, top 15 for solo, and top 10 for duos. Then you get points for kills, and then you get points for like challenges, and that's like it.
And what do you
Like,
get out of this battle pass? I mean, do they have skins now?
they do have skins, yeah. They have
Okay.
skins, and they have like emotes, which, I mean, yeah, these games, these more realistic games, more realistic like battle royale games, they need to figure out something besides emotes, because the emotes just are not that great.
And
Like,
like nobody's gonna use them.
the emotes are great on Fortnite because it's more of a cartoony, wacky
It's a comedy.
style. Yeah, it's more that style, you know, makes it to where, oh, I can do the Carlton dance and it's awesome, cool, or oh, I can do the uh whatever dance, and I can do the Irish jig, or I can do, like, just a variety of different things. And but the emotes just don't really work that well on these, on like PUBG or, you know, Blackout.
No, they don't.
So they really need to like find something else, like, to, I don't know, just something else. But yeah, so like, what was it? I think I had to play like five or six ma- 5 or 6 matches to get to tier 1 of yeah. And it's like you don't get anything for play like I said, you don't get any participation points at all.
That no, you should get something.
So if you're a squad
If
and you make it to top 6, you get and you don't get a kill, you get nothing.
if you're gonna have that low or that many levels in your battle pass, and you never give out XP for it, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, and they did come out. I don't know if they still have it or not, but they had like a Halloween special one where it was like 20 levels, and it was like Halloween stuff, like face paint for your guy that makes you kind of look like a skeleton or a jack-o'-lantern or stuff like that, and an emote where you're like throwing out candy and other stuff like that. But I thought that was kind of cool. They have like holiday themed ones that are like less, I guess, time consuming. Like it's only 20 levels versus 200. But yeah, they need to figure something out. At least the items
unless
are temporary. The items aren't temporary. Like
it
PUBG
sounds like
was.
unless you're just like a Call of Duty god, you won't get this, or you won't get really much out of this.
Yeah, it didn't cost anything, so I don't know if that's how it's.
So it's free, or does it cost like not like barely anything?
At least this first one was free.
Okay.
I don't know if like the next one will cost or how it's gonna be. But
that's at least okay. That's a little better. That it's free.
But I mean, you did have to pay $60 for the game, though.
For the game.
So,
I mean,
yeah. With Fortnite, and you didn't have to pay anything, so I can understand why they would charge for their battle pass.
Right. It was PUBG that did the no where you have to pay for the game and the battle pass.
That's true, but it was like it wasn't $60 though for PUBG.
No.
It was like 30, right?
Yeah.
So that's better. But yeah, if Blackout had where you had to pay for the battle pass, man, that would not go over well. And like I said, at least the items you unlock are temporary, like PUBG has in their battle pass. That's the dumbest shit ever.
Absolutely.
Oh, you can unlock this item and you have it for 30 days. What? No.
If you want to keep it, that's where it costs money. Fuck you.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's still fun. I would like to play Blackout I would like to play Blackout more than I am, but I just don't know that many people who have it or who play Call of Duty, I guess, anymore. The only other people I could think of, I saw Ace. Ace was on Call of Duty. He's been on Call of Duty a few times in the past week.
Yeah, I'm seeing him stream, so.
And then I have a couple people I play with sometimes, but one of them always wants to play Destiny.
Why?
And I'm kind of like, well, yeah, sure, I'll do, whatever.
Is it Steve?
Yeah,
Steve,
it's
isn't
Steve.
it? That's what it's.
That's the next thing I've been playing, which I finally got to do the raid completely. Hooray!
Oh yeah.
Man, it's bad. It really is bad. When I got to level cap, like in like 2 weeks before I even get to finish, or before I even get to do a full raid, like we had a bunch of people in our like clan or whatever, but it's like nobody, like, I guess, put enough time or effort or was smart enough to, like, I would see a lot of people in our clan like play the game a bunch, but I guess they just weren't being smart about it, and so to where they weren't high enough level to do anything. But I don't know. That was always my biggest fear is like missing out on the raid. But the raid's pretty fun. Like there's a lot more mechanics and a lot more like sections to it as well as the previous raids in Destiny 2. It's more comparable to some of the raids in Destiny 1, where it's lengthier and there's different sections where you're like, oh, here's one section where you have to focus on this, and then it goes to like, oh, here's another section where it's something different, and the mechanics are slightly different, and you have to work together as a group, and there's a lot of that where it's like you can't really solo like of course there's people who are like, oh yeah, I'm able to solo this or solo that and or two man this, and it's like, yeah, okay, great, but for the most part it's like there's not really ways to solo like the whole raid because there's a lot of mechanics where you have to work together as a team, and there's some parts of it where I don't even understand what was happening. Like I was told by the group like, hey, you stay here, you stand here and shoot stuff and make sure this knight doesn't come over on this plate. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm hearing
Oh
people.
no, were you the guy now told to hide in the cave while while
No,
everybody else does the thing? Okay.
no. I mean, I'm level cap. Like people we were playing with weren't level cap. Like a lot of them weren't, or at least half of them weren't even level cap. So I can do damage.
Okay.
It's just like they were. I don't know. It's maybe they just didn't want to explain because while I was watch guarding the plate, because I guess on this one section like these knights will come to three different areas, and if they get on a plate for 5 seconds, like it wipes you, I guess. So they were like, make sure, you know, I guess there was three people watching plates and three people doing the other stuff, and boy, when I was hearing the call outs for the other stuff, I was like, I have no idea what's going on. They were like, "Oh, I have a symbol here and over here, and this the rock area is open, and no, there's a P symbol, and no, I have jumping fish symbol, or oh, here's the they were just there was all kinds of stuff going on, and I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on. I maybe should YouTube someone doing this section of the raid so I can understand what's going on because I am totally lost. Seriously, like it was crazy hearing and I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh, there's the knight. Okay, let me shotgun him. Okay, he's dead. I did my job. And then there's a lot of crazy sections to the raid. Um, seems like they put a lot more thought and effort, which kind of disappointing that there's not gonna be like a hard mode or prestige mode or whatever they call it now of it.
Oh
Like
really?
that's it. What we have is what we have until I think December is when the first DLC drops. And there's supposed to be a raid lair, which in the past the raid lairs have been like half the size of the actual raid. Like when Destiny 2 launched, the raid was, like was it one, two, three, like four four encounters, I think. 3 or 4 encounters, and then like the raid lairs were like two main encounters. So they were like shorter than the actual raid. But I don't know. It's fun. I've done it twice. We did it once during the weekend and then once last night. And when you beat the boss for the raid or whatever, you get a key, and then you have to open up a chest, and there's like 20 chests, 20 something chests in the final room. So it's kind of like, oh, you have to pick your own RNG. Like you have to choose a chest, and then you know, it's like, well, okay, and like you can't pick the same chest as someone else. So if like they pick a chest and they get like the great exotic weapon that you get at the end of the raid, or you have a chance to get it at the end of the raid, then you're like, oh well, that sucks. I was gonna pick that chest. And I don't know, I don't like it. I missed when it was like you beat the raid boss, the final raid boss, and then you just get the loot drop. Like from the actual raid boss. Like the loot drops from him. I missed that. That's how it
Yeah,
was in most of D1.
I mean that's how it is in most R- RPGs.
Yeah. So in I don't know. It is what it is. I finally got I've been working on this Gambit quest for this weapon. Um and the last step I was sure I was not going to get it because uh Gambit's the PvE mode, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a there's a section of it like when you deposit the moats, like you every 25 you deposit, the portal opens and you can go, one person can go through the portal, and then they have like I think 30 seconds to kill, you know, 20 or 30 seconds to kill the enemies, and if they're carrying moats, then when you kill them, they drop their moats. But there was a part on the quest, on this exotic quest I was doing, where it's like as an invader, go over and kill four players, which that's the whole team. I mean, I get you technically you could kill the same person more than once, but to get 4 kills
Mm-hmm.
while going over once. Um, I had gotten that a few times, but when I actually had to have it for the quest, man, there are so many times where I got threes. Like, oh, I third kill, okay, fourth. There was one time where I ran out of time and the fourth guy was directly in front of me, and I was just I was already in the like process of charging my fusion rifle up, and then the AI it's like, or the director's like, "Oh, come back." And I'm like, "No, I almost had it." Oh, it was frustrating, but I finally got that done last night, so I'm happy about that. And the weapon is like this pistol where it shoots these slugs, and that are like tainted, and once you like shoot like 5 in them, they explode. All of them explode. Like like, they kind of like burrow into the enemy. So like if it's a main boss, you shoot them like 5 times, and then you get the initial damage, but then when the fifth one hits, then they all explode. So it's really fun. I was having fun last night, just like running around the map, yeah, on one of the planets, just like killing stuff, melting stuff with it, just having fun. So I'm happy about that. The the weapons are a lot better in since they've added, like they've made exotics actually feel exotic. They made them feel special, because I can't tell, like, before Forsaken, I couldn't tell you like an exotic that I used in Destiny 2. Like they weren't there wasn't a real reason to use the exotics before, but now, you know, there's some fun exotics. But yeah, I did the raid. There's a currently a quest going on that's like time gated, that released on, what was that, Tuesday? It was because their Festival of the Lost event, it's been going on, and Tuesday there's like a quest where it's like you're trying to solve a murder or whatever. And the first section of it's like find these pages, these lost pages of this book, where you had to kill powerful enemies to get like engrams to drop, and then they'd be in the pages, or they'd be in the pages would be in the engrams. But now it's like the second step is like wait until Amanda Holiday. Yeah, Amanda Holiday has the next quest for you basically, or the next step. So some people are kind of speculating that it's going to be time gated, and each weekly reset you're going to get a new step of the quest leading up to their expansion. So it's like the quest is kind of like kind of promoting their next DLC, which I'm kind of like, that kind of sucks because y'all said this was part of Festival of the Lost, which that ends next Tuesday. And if the quest goes, if it's time gated and it lasts till December, that's very misleading. But anyways, yeah, I'm still playing Destiny 2. It's it's fun. It's still fun. The Forsaken really has added more life into the game. But yeah, I want to. What I really want to play is Blackout and Zombies, Call of Duty. That's the game I've really been wanting to play, and I'm at the point where I'm like, do I go on LFG and try to find people to play? Do I do that?
I will. I'll actually probably have. I think I'm going to pick up Black Ops 4 like next week maybe.
Oh, awesome! That'll be cool.
I don't know. So yeah. So
For Xbox?
yeah.
Okay, good. So yeah, I'll definitely
because my sister really wants to play it as well. She keeps saying, kind of the same thing. Like she's watching streams and she wants to play it as really really bad too. So
it's really fun. They've really. I don't miss the single player. Like it would be nice if there was a single player, but
I
don't
never
miss
cared
it, really.
for it. So like the last couple Call of Duty games I bought, I never touched a single player, so I'm not losing anything from it not
I've
being
always
here.
played the Treyarch single players, but that's I don't know.
That was actually when I stopped playing. Like those are the ones I didn't play, and just after Modern Warfare 3, I just didn't even care.
Yeah. Was World of War was my first Call of Duty game, so I remember really enjoying that. And then Black Ops came, and that was interesting because it's fun. I can't wait till you actually do pick it up and we can play, you know, Blackout and get frustrated that we can't win a game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or maybe we actually might be able to win a game. Who knows? I've won like 5 or 6 times so far.
I'll be frustrated. Like, I see Shroud do this all the time. What the hell? Because he's been playing nothing but Blackout, and that's kind of who I've been watching a lot lately.
Oh yeah, it's people like that. I just don't understand how they're that good at games.
Shroud is one of those people you don't watch to learn how to play the game. You don't watch them to learn how to play because they get away with things nobody else can.
That's true. Yeah, but yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be cool to be able to play through that. And like I said, I normally have like at least 2 other people like so we could easily maybe get a squad up, and also maybe play with Ace and some others, or
Yeah.
It'll be fun. We'll definitely have more people to play with than we did with PUBG.
Mm-hmm.
Which that was always our biggest complaint, is we never had enough for a full squad.
Absolutely.
Like I don't think we ever played a full squad in PUBG. It was
not on purpose.
Yeah, like it was always just three of us, and then maybe a random. But yeah, that's all I've really been up to besides watching stuff on TV and n- not watching other stuff that I should be watching. I'm behind on a lot of stuff because I've been watching I've been watching some dumb stuff I shouldn't be watching that I told you earlier. But nostalgia though, that's the thing that gets me. Is yeah.
Sure. But you know what? It makes sense that you're watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch because of the Netflix show. So.
Yeah, yeah. What I've mainly been watching, and also it's like pretty sure I watched all of it, while it was going on, but now I could confirm that I have seen it all
Yeah.
because back then you had to watch it on Friday night, and if you didn't watch it on Friday night, you had to wait until maybe like they were showing repeats, like the next fall. If you didn't watch that Halloween episode, you had to wait till next year when maybe they would repeat that episode because they weren't doing a new Halloween episode, but
Yeah.
or stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
I feel old saying it, but like kids just don't understand, how the struggle of watching
Kids don't
TV back then.
understand the struggle we had.
Like for real, Netflix is just we're so spoiled now. We really
Oh,
are.
absolutely. Absolutely.
It's just it's so great and yet so like it takes up so much of my time because it's just so it's like it's so easy just
It's
to
so
watch
engaging.
one more episode, one more episode. But yeah, I guess news.
Yeah. Let's talk about something we really haven't talked about in the show in a while. If it feels like, maybe because there's actually something worth talking about on the new Games with Gold. And there's actually some pretty good games on this that are coming out starting today. Like, starting today until the 30th, you can get Battlefield 1 for free on the Xbox if you didn't already have EA access, because that's already in the vault. Now, I want you to download this and play that first mission and tell me that is not blue in that first mission.
Okay, I'll try to remember to do that. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't really seem like maybe it's because of Fortnite and PUBG and those games, last year that Battlefield 1 or World War II really like made a huge splash.
No, I don't feel like they did.
And Battlefield 1 more so.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Like, I remember playing the beta for Battlefield 1, and then like nothing really about I still see things for like Battlefield 4. Like that's not even the one before Battlefield 1. Because the one before that was Hardline. So people are playing the one before that more often than I feel like the latest one.
I don't know. I'm just not a Battlefield person. I gave 4 a chance, but when it came out, there was so much bad with it.
And one, they fucked up the numbers because hey, this is Battlefield 1. But Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 already came out years ago. And the next is Battlefield 5. Like, they fucked up that number sequence.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Yeah, they did start with Battlefield 1942. That was the first one. I think, or was it just straight up Battlefield?
I think
Might have
1942
been
was
Battlefield
the first
and
one.
then Battlefield 1942. Then
1942
Battlefield
was the
2142.
At least the first popular one. First one that I remember people talking about.
Yeah, it was
1942.
1942. And the first one I played was 2142. That was my first Battlefield. Which I feel like that could have been so much better. Anyway, Battlefield 1, free with gold. And then November 16th through the 15th is called Race to the Sun. No clue. Never heard of this one.
Might be a new thing coming out.
Excuse me. No, it's out.
Oh, it's out already?
Nope.
It's in it.
See, you are a solar-powered craft. The sun is your death timer. Hurtle towards the sunset at breakneck speeds in the futile race against time. Delay the inevitable by catching speed boosts, which reverse the setting sun for only a moment. Race the Sun is inspired by arcade games of the past that focus on high scores, short game sessions, and pure mindful, nerve-wracking tension. The rules are simple: don't crash, stay in the light, and don't slow down. Don't blink. I added the don't blink.
I was about to say, was that did you just add a Doctor Who reference?
I absolutely did.
Nice. But yeah, I don't know. It's just an indie game, right?
Yeah.
Just something they throw, one of those throwaway games they just throw on there.
This is by Flipfly.
Yeah.
No clue who that is.
Maybe it cost them a lot to get Battlefield 1, so they thought, oh, people will be like shocked Battlefield 1, and then we'll just, put this no nonsense game, on the back half.
Well, for the 360 end of this, because they still do the 360 end of this.
And they're all backwards compatible.
This is backwards compatible games. First one, it's Assassin's Creed. The first one.
Huh.
So, now that you're playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you're finally playing an Assassin's Creed game. Go back and check out what it was like back in the day when there are only 3 different types of missions.
I mean, everyone says start with 2. Don't play 1.
I feel like play 1. I mean, because that's the beginning of the story. I mean, that's Desmond. That's the story of how Desmond. I feel like the Desmond trilogy is worth playing completely. The 2 trilogy is definitely the best of them, but I feel like 1 is still, it's where everything started.
Yeah, I'm never gonna play that. So
I think. I mean, it's free. I mean, why not?
I mean, the next game I may go back to.
Yeah, the next game, which this one is the 16th through the 30th, is Dante's Inferno.
That's a really fun game. Like
I remember the demo. I think
I remember it came out the same time as God of War 3, and I played both, and I enjoyed Dante's more than God of War 3.
I think I remember you saying that.
Yeah, like I really, to the point where I think I 1,000 pointed it, I believe. Like, man, that story is really compelling. The environment was amazing, and it was a great game. If anyone's interested, you definitely check it out. It's a fun hack and slash RPG, whatever, God of War style game.
Yeah.
Like it's not as good as Bayonetta, but it's like I said, I remember playing that in God of War 3 around the same time. because they both came out around the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and I enjoyed Dante's a lot more. So, yeah, and that was a while ago, but yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that's gonna be part of Games with Gold. I'll definitely download it and at least add it to my collection and maybe go back to it someday. Maybe stream it.
Yeah, those are the games with gold this month, and actually they're worth talking about. So, yeah. Let's see. Moving on. Next, something I didn't really expect. Walmart is gonna get into the gaming PC market. They actually have like decent PCs and laptops for gaming, and I actually say they're decent. Like, they're not bad.
For the price, or
oh, both. I mean, let's see. Okay, let's just look at the desktop. Okay.
okay,
You got the base model, which is, let's see, this one. This article doesn't tell me the price of the base one. Okay, in the base model, you have a Core i7 8070 processor.
okay,
That's a good processor.
pretty good. Yeah.
And for your graphics cards, the base one, it's a 1070. Second one is a 1080, and then you got a 1080 Ti.
That I'm kind of shocked there's not a 1060 one, since this is like Walmart, after all.
Nope.
So that's kind of good. That's impressive.
Yeah, see, and most of the articles that I really found really kind of focus on the laptops. So that's kind of like I tried to find one that actually talked about the desktops. So that's really why I'm not really seeing a price for these. Actually, the DTW2, which is the 1080 one, that's $18.99.
The laptop?
No, that's the desktop. That's that's the 1080 for just under $2,000.
Okay. Like, what are the other specs? Do they have any?
Let's see. That's 32 gigs of RAM and a 512 SSD.
Okay.
And a 2 terabyte hard drive. Hey,
you could still
good.
build a better one, cheaper.
Sure. Yes, but this is for the people who, you know what? You probably actually won't find one. You actually probably can't buy one for. It's going to be close.
I mean,
around
if you were building one,
an 870. Okay, that's about $300. Or no, I'm sorry. i7 8070 processor is about $300. I know. I know because I'm looking at the 8770K. That's a little bit more. Cooler, let's say about $30. Motherboard, that's probably about $50. You got a 1080, which I would say is about $400 now.
4 to 5, yeah.
And 32 gigs of RAM, that's about $400. I know, because RAM is fucking expensive.
Oh yeah, if you're getting the DDR4.
Right, which if you're going to have an 8070
Yeah.
processor, that motherboard is going to require a DDR4. Now, I know all this because I am looking to upgrade my PC, so I know all that.
Well, you can get, here's G-Skill 32 gig DDR4 for $279.
It's not a brand I've heard of, so I wouldn't trust it. So
You haven't heard of G-Skill?
nope.
I've heard of G-Skill. Oh, okay, let's see.
Like yes, you could build one for cheaper, but I'm guessing you're gonna
G-Skill's
come around
the
maybe about
Ripjaws.
$400 cheaper.
They do the Ripjaw series. You haven't heard of the Ripjaws?
That name might sound familiar. I'm not sure.
You'd recognize the look of it more than anything.
Oh yes, okay. Yeah, you're right. I do recognize that look.
So yeah, they got, then that's 244 right there. So yeah, I mean, and RAM's just so expensive right now. So
for no reason.
they say next year it's supposed to go down, but then they'll probably come out with DDR5, and then yeah,
Isn't DDR5 out?
not for
Not
RAM. For
okay.
it, yeah, because what is it like? The GDDR is always out like 1 or 2 generations before the actual RAM, you know. So I think what is it I think the latest graphics card, which is the RTX 2080. I think that has DDR6. Yeah, GDDR6.
Okay.
So yeah, and the same, there's the graphics cards had GDDR5 when it was just DDR3. That's the graphics RAM's always been, or at least
Okay.
since
Yeah,
since I've been paying attention.
I remember seeing the DDR5, and I guess I'm almost looking at graphics card where I saw that. But yeah, I mean, these aren't bad desktops.
Well, yeah, they're not bad for all in the box, all in the box type stuff. But if you're building them like us, we would never. I would never do this because I could probably build something.
You could go just a slightly more powerful for slightly less.
Exactly,
But I mean, not much more. I mean, I'm guessing if somebody built this, I'd say I'd be surprised if they were under $1,300 to build that.
Yeah, that's where I'm saying is around 1,300, but you could probably get, instead of a 2 terabyte, you could at least get like a 4, or maybe higher, or stuff like you could little things like that.
Sure.
You could increase without increasing the price.
Well, I mean, if you want to go even cheaper than this, I mean, there are the laptops, which the cheapest one that Walmart will sell this is the overpowered series, which is like esports ready computer. So that's kind of where they're for $9.99. You get the OP Gaming Laptop 15, which is a 15.5-inch display at 144 hertz with a Core i5 83H. It doesn't say the resolution. I would think it would be 256.
1440p.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I would think.
I would
You
think
would
that's what it would be.
Yeah. But yeah, that at 144 hertz, that's impressive. If
That
it is.
yeah, 8 gigs of RAM with a GeForce GTX 1050 with a 128 SSD with the 1 terabyte hard drive. Now that's a laptop.
That's not bad.
That's for $1,000.
That's not bad, yeah.
If you go the next one up, which is the Plus, that's going to run you $13.99 for a i7 8750H processor, 16 gigs of RAM with a 1060, and 256 SSD with a 1 terabyte hard drive. And then the big boy laptop, which is a whopping
Wait, what was the graphics card?
$16.99. For the Plus, it was a 1060.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, and it's not 1060M, right? It's just 1060.
1060 6 GB.
Okay, that's impressive because laptops in the past, though, it'd be like, oh, it's a GTX 980M, the
Which
mobile
is
version
yeah,
of
the
which is
mobile
like,
one.
but now laptops are coming out with like the full versions of the graphics cards, which are pretty impressive.
Yeah. And then the top end one, which is $16.99. It's a 17-inch screen. It's roughly the same GPU and CPU as the Plus, which again is the i7 8750H processor and a 1060 GPU. But this one has 32 gigs of RAM and a 2 terabyte hard drive with and all three have mechanical keyboards with RGB lighting, 2 USB 3.0 and a USB-C port.
Huh. They're not bad for gaming.
Yeah,
laptops.
these aren't bad like for going into Walmart.
Yeah.
Like you could game on these. Like these are actually decent gaming laptops that you can buy in a store, and desktops you can just buy in a store.
Let's see. Yeah,
So.
And they're seem like they're trying to take on like the Razer laptops and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which let me just pop up. Okay. No, stop it. Yeah. So was it like the new Razer Blade 15 is $15.99, and I guess and you get, what is it? 15.6 60 hertz 1080p screen. Was it GTX 1060 i7 8750H processed, 6 cores, 128 SSD with 1 terabyte, 16 gigs of RAM, and that's for what, 1600. So this Walmart one is slightly better for
slightly
cheaper?
better. Yeah.
Now the base model of the Walmart one, it's probably a 1080p display.
I just looked it up on Walmart. It is a 1080p.
Yeah, with about 144 hertz, that's still impressive. You look at this Razer Blade 15, it's 1080p, but it's only 60 hertz. And like if you're really into gaming like on PC and stuff, frame rates will be like that's 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 the that's the true calling. Like
Yeah.
this this monitor I'm looking at is 144 hertz 1080p, and you know I've playing with I would play with people on with Fortnite. I'd play with one of my friends who had like a 4K monitor, and he'd be like, "Oh man, 4K." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, but you're only at how many hertz?" And I'm at, I'm rocking like, I'm pushing 120, 120 right now, and it's glorious, I
I was actually looking at monitors today as well. I'm like, yeah, it's $400 though, so. And
yeah.
I want to upgrade my internals before I go anything.
Yeah, I'm glad I got like I said, I'm fine with 1080p right now for my computer monitors, and 144 hertz though. That's the thing. I'm so glad I went with that. You know, I really didn't. I really when I went with it, I really didn't understand. Until like years later. But I'm like I've always said, thank you, past William. Past
Yeah,
William did
usually I'm cursing my past self.
because certain games, especially especially the shooters and stuff, you want the high frame rates.
Yeah, like I said, I usually curse my past self, especially when I look at Bitcoin prices.
Yeah. Yeah, I do as well, especially since I had bitcoins and then I sold them when they started to lose value.
That
Wait,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, see, moving on. The Switch has finally passed the GameCube in sales, which, looking at the actual sales of like all the Nintendo consoles, like, oh, that just makes this like that just moves it from number 6 to number 5.
Like the GameCube really wasn't that great.
No, like I thought, I was like the GameCube did well, right? Yeah, sure it did.
No.
So this is a big deal. Like that's what I thought when I put this in the show. Then I looked into this more. I'm like, oh no, it really didn't. It only did,
Like,
just
did you have a GameCube?
My sisters had one years later,
Yeah, the
and
GameCube
they
was a real
never played it.
disappointment. Like
Nobody really ever played it.
Going from the N64 to the GameCube, like, it's like, oh, GameCube or N64, Star Fox, Mario, all the, it's like, yeah, and then you go to the GameCube and it's like, oh, okay, they're putting out a Star Fox game, but it's in a third-person adventure game where you're running around as Fox and not really flying the ships.
Yeah.
No, and then it was Mario Sunshine, which I don't think a lot of people liked that much.
I've heard certain people say good things, but those people are named Dan from Giant Bomb.
It's not. I mean, it doesn't get the same regards as
like Mario 64 or
Galaxy.
Mario World, Odyssey. Yeah.
So it's that's my point. It's it was never quite, the GameCube was never the N64 or the Wii. So
Yeah, I another 100 million sold, and then then it can come close to the N64, the Switch. And that's kind of how far it is away from the Switch.
How many did the GameCube sell?
Let's see. The GameCube sold 3.19 million.
Ooh, that's so bad. Wow. Yeah. And it's also the GameCube.
No, that doesn't sound right. That's too low. That doesn't sound right. What was I looking at before?
Let me just look at the GameCube wiki. 21 million. 21.74 million.
That sounds better.
Yeah, I just remember the
the Switch just hit 22.86 million. Then Nintendo 64, I said 100 million. I was way off. No, it's only 10 million more to hit to come close to Nintendo 64.
Yeah. That was a time though when the 64, that was the time where like there was a lot of consoles around each other.
It's actually funny because if you take the Switch out of this whole look and you look at the console sales and you put the Wii where it should have been, if you look at game sales, which is just above the Wii U and below the GameCube, it literally goes in order of release. In 64, 61 million. So the Super Nintendo, 49 million. And 64, 32 million. And then the GameCube is 21 million. And then where the Wii should have been, if you didn't have that initial sale of everybody just going out and buying one and then never buying any games for it because all the games were shit. You put that there, and then the Wii U at 13 million. So the Switch is actually their best console that deserves actually being played. Or if you listen to Scarfinger, they're all shit.
Yeah, well, around the 64, you had
Nintendo.
What you had like Sega Saturn, PlayStation. Then Dreamcast came out shortly after, after that. So like you had there, and PlayStation 2. Like you had a lot of different consoles come out around that time. So yeah, I'm not shocked. I'm kind of shocked when I'm looking at the Nintendo 64 and PlayStation sales. Like the original PlayStation sold 102 million.
Damn.
Yeah.
The original PlayStation sold more copies than the Wii. Sold more than the Wii.
The PlayStation 2. Then they do PlayStation 2, 155 million. Like, yeah. And then the PlayStation 3 and 4 have made about as much together as the PlayStation 2.
Oh, now, and then if you throw the DS or the handheld market in, you got the DS at 154 million.
I don't have that on this page I'm looking at. It's the home video game console wiki. There's like a chart that shows like first generation, and it's second generation, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. We're on the 8th generation. So yeah, it's interesting. But yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I thought that this was bigger news when I put this in than it actually really was.
everyone I know, the GameCube, not very fond memories. Because they just, they had the little tiny discs too.
And the absolute worst controller known to man.
People like that controller.
Which people love it, and they are wrong.
It's better.
People are entitled to their opinion,
though.
except that one.
It's better than the N64 controller, though. That thing was just.
No.
That thing was.
No. The GameCube controller was way worse.
I mean, there's 3 things. Like, I only have 2 hands. Like.
There was a GIF I saw recently, and I have seen it before. It was how to properly hold the N64 controller, and it showed. Where's actually my controller? I don't know where mine is. Because I have a USB one. That's why I'm looking here. But it was, hold it, on the one side, hold by the joystick, and the third hand comes in and holds the D-pad end. But I mean, there was an episode I remember of Billy and Mandy, where Billy and Mandy are playing a game, fake console, whatever. They tell Grim, hey, here, you play as well. And Grim takes the controller and goes, I don't even know how to hold this thing. And there's so many different little odds and ends on the damn thing. That's the GameCube controller.
Well, that's always been the joke with old people. Like, how do you hold this?
Well, that literally is the GameCube controller, though. And I've always thought that.
I don't know. I don't think the game controller is that bad, but that's just where we got to disagree, I guess.
Okay, my last bit is something kind of Twitch related, and that is that Snapchat is teaming up with Twitch in some way. I don't know quite how yet, to add the Snapchat filters to streams. So now you'll see, on those ASMR videos, somebody all of a sudden just vomits a rainbow. It's like, oh boy.
I've never felt old like I have with Snapchat. I just don't get Snapchat.
I've never used it.
Like at first, when it first came out, I'm like, okay, this is like send nudies to people, and now it's like...
That's exactly. I was like, that's where I heard of Snapchat is, people are apparently sending nudes to each other, and it's a platform that deletes itself in 7 seconds.
That was the big thing when it first came out. Yes, that was what our generation was using it for. And then, you have all these filters, and it's like, I just don't get, why do you want... I don't know.
And I've watched one of my sisters use Snapchat, and she takes a picture of her foot and then types a text message. I'm like, why are you sending a picture of your foot? Oh no, we're just sending, we're just having another conversation. You just have to take a picture to send a message. Then send a damn text.
Why my God. Oh, Stuart, I feel so old. I feel so old now.
Why are you doing that? Send a damn text. Or she'll take her phone and put it the camera right on the edge to it's like a black picture, and just type a text to her boyfriend. I'm like, the fuck are you doing?
I don't know what to say. I really don't.
Why? This makes no sense.
Yeah, we used to do that in our day with AOL Instant Messenger or Yahoo Messenger, or not I don't know. You have to send pictures in order to just wow. That seems like more work than I want to do.
That's what I said. I'm like, just send a text. It's easier. But we already have this conversation going.
I just
What?
yeah, I'm with you there. Yeah, so I don't know. It's I'm already feeling like I'm getting behind on social media stuff and everything, you know. I don't use Twitter as much as I would like to.
Oh, I definitely don't. And I try to use Twitter. I'm like, how did I ever use Twitter? I mean, I don't understand how to use Twitter anymore. I don't understand how I did it before. How could I just stare at this phone and just I don't get it. I mean, now I do, and I'm looking on Reddit. You know, that's kind of where you know what I used to do. You know, just stare at my phone, just looking at the feed. I use it on Reddit.
Sorry, I noticed like, you know, I noticed some of my figures were not like displayed properly.
I got one. He's right there. Superman.
I got White Ranger, Coulson, Harley Quinn, Nightwing. And then I also have like what's it right above is Batman Beyond. And then right next to Nightwing, which is off screen, is Black Canary, the actual Black Canary, Sarah Lance. Because I don't accept any other Black Canary.
But yes, expect to see your favorite Twitch streamer all of a sudden don a
I just don't get
a
the
bear
filters.
hoodie and
like
catch flames. I mean, I
Taco Bell has its own filter, or such and such has its own. Like, what?
It's like, yeah, I mean, okay. I get it. I mean, you know, I mean, like right now, like I could put a fake cowboy hat on and it follows my head. You know, it's not. It's the same damn thing.
I understand some filters, you like know. Was it the one that makes it look old timey, like
sepia.
Sepia. There we go. Yeah, I understand.
Well, that's a straight up filter. Exactly. What they are calling filters are actually what other programs called masks.
Was it the dancing hot dog? That's one. That was like a popular one.
I don't remember the dancing hot dog.
They talked about it on Rooster Teeth a bunch.
Yeah.
That was like the most popular one was the dancing hot dog. And even then, I'm like, I don't understand this. Why would you want a dancing hot dog? Like, what?
I mean, I get it. I mean,
I'm kind of disappointed that Stuart doesn't have some kind of weird filters for the stream right now. Like,
oh, I can turn them on. I mean,
to tie in with this,
Windows totally has them.
I was expecting something, just because it's you.
I'm trying to think of how to do it because I don't ever do it.
That's the thing. That's what I think of. Is like you get a webcam and it's like, oh, here's
it's the same thing.
The stupid cheesy filters where it's birthday. Here's balloons in the background, you know, or
yes, like, it's exactly the same thing. I mean,
did anyone ever use those?
I mean, I did from time to time, but that's just playing around. I mean,
seriously though, did anyone like? And you put them on a phone though, and now it's like one of the world's most popular apps.
So weird. Pretty much, it's exactly what happened. Streamlabs OBS, you can have masks now. Like somebody donates and it puts something on your, you can put a crown on your head or whatever. Yeah, I mean that's now got it. I mean, that's exactly what this is. Only there's going to be the official Snapchat filters like dog and smiley mouth and rainbow vomit, scary face.
Yeah, that the was one of the Rooster Teeth podcasts. They talked about that dancing hot dog for like 30 minutes. It seems like, and that's what I think of when I think of Snapchat now.
Yeah, I mean, this is.
I don't
I
even think I
didn't even
have
talk about
Snapchat.
what it is. It's called Lens Studio. It's an AR effect
Nope, I don't have
thing.
Snapchat.
I don't have Snapchat either.
I don't know anyone who uses Snapchat, so like
I do, unfortunately.
I have Instagram, but I don't even use that.
I don't even. I have an account, which I found out a couple days ago. I apparently have an Instagram account, and I just don't. I never forgot all about. But yeah, so expect your favorite streamer to do stuff like this, and then you'll know who the real streamers to watch are.
I don't do anything exciting enough for social media.
That's kind of how I feel too. I was like,
Like I don't go anywhere like worthwhile to like post about or you know like to do periscopes or post stuff on Instagram, or it's like I don't do anything exciting.
nor do I. Nor do I.
It's kind of sad too when I think about it. Anyways, that's your news.
That's all my news. What do you got?
I got one. There are reports that Microsoft is like gonna come out or looking into adjustable Xbox style grip controllers for mobile devices.
Cool.
Which, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the Xbox controller, the 360 and that one, which I like the one over the 360. I know a lot of people are the opposite, but I really like the one. I don't know, it just
I like
has
this one
more.
because of these.
Yeah.
Which I found out recently that my down on the D-pad doesn't work that well.
Oh,
That sucks.
that sucks. Yeah.
It doesn't input every single time anymore.
Yeah, and a lot of people for mobile games, they want like a controller. There's never been a good controller for, like
Well, I
I
mean, I'm pretty sure that you know, this has it's Bluetooth, right?
yeah, and the new Xbox
So
controllers are Bluetooth too, so you could kinda if the game supports it and stuff like but I don't know. And then a lot of people like the PS4 controller better than the Xbox One controller, which I'm kind of like, no. Like I like
uh,
the analog the analog sticks, the positions on them is just so much better. Like in my opinion,
yeah,
more
I
comfortable.
but playing I kind of get used to it. I mean, initially it feels weird because I'm used to the Xbox. Whenever I do play the PlayStation 4, it does feel weird to have my thumbs right next to each other. But I mean, I get used to it.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. So it's interesting that like it's taken Microsoft this long, if this actually does come out for them to release, you know, you know what it is. They've been just so busy. They've been so busy, or they wasted so much time on Windows phones
Yeah,
when they should have been doing what they do now, where they release they release stuff on Android and iOS now, like certain games and stuff. You'll see Microsoft, has released even now Nintendo has stuff that's coming out even. but and just like, you know, letting the other platform exist and then just piggybacking off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't need to have your hand in every single, you know, pot or whatever, every single cookie jar.
Yeah, I. It's kind of the thing like where, you know, do you make your own peripheral, or do you make or do you make your own device to compete with the other thing, or do you make something that adds your own flavor to the already existing device? I feel like that's kind of the way the see, what am I thinking of?
Well, that's how the first half of Android was, like the first 5 years of Android.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
Everybody was like, here's our own flavor of Android. And it's like,
okay,
this is garbage.
Apple. Let's look at Apple. The damn lightning cable that everybody fucking complains about. And everybody would rather have USB-C because that's what most other things use. Other things have found a format to stick with, or a what's the word I'm looking for?
Standardized.
Standard. Yes, a standard. That's the word I'm looking for. To go with, but Apple is stuck in their own world with the lightning cable instead of using USB-C.
I mean, at least the lightning cable isn't as bad as the 32 pin whatever, or that thing was garbage.
I feel like they're the same. I mean, yes, I mean it works better. I mean
the lightning
yes,
cable is just their version of USB-C.
I've never actually used the lightning cable. You know, I did use the 32 pin piece of garbage that broke so easily. But it's the fact that, you know,
I mean, the lightning cable is reversible, just like USB-C.
just like the USB-C. But here's the kicker: like the MacBooks don't even have a lightning connector.
I think the next one's having it, or
I heard it doesn't. I heard it doesn't.
Rooster Teeth, they said something. They were talking about some Apple product now has a USB-C cable. It's Apple, so I really wasn't paying that much attention. But yeah, they were complaining about, everything should be USB-C and this and this and that, and they were talking about all this that we're talking about now.
Yeah, I mean, some things in the industry should be fucking standardized. And
yeah, I mean, we get that though. We get weirdness, like with 3D TVs. There's all those different standards for 3Ds, and then
yeah, there you go. That's partly
HDR. That's the current one right now. There's a few different HDRs. Like, is it HDR or is it HDR10 or is it HDR like?
Yeah, there you go. Yes, that is what causes a thing to fail. It's having like too many of them that don't work together.
There should be like a standard technology organization or something like that. That like, the companies like, I don't know, stick to or something. Like.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching Linus Tech Tips of him installing an electronic car charger in his garage, and it kind of made me think, like, you know what? All the different electronic car manufacturers had to get together and agree on a standardized charging connector. That's good of them, because they did. At least I think they did.
I don't know. I think like Tesla is different than,
But I think it can
know,
still use other.
I don't know. I think the Teslas are
Okay, no.
different.
In fact, I'm pretty darn sure it can use, because there's a car charging point at work, and there are a couple people who have Teslas at work. So I have.
Huh, okay.
Which, that blew my mind. I'm like, that's a fucking Tesla. Oh my god, I see a Tesla in the wild. And then not that long ago, I actually drove by a Tesla dealership, which I had no idea was in Indiana.
The craziest thing I've seen in the wild is I saw one of those Google cars, like the ones the ones for Street View.
I
I
have
saw
yet
one
to
of
see
those.
one.
Oh,
I
it's so
saw. I
crazy.
did see an Apple Maps one though. I did see an Apple one, but I've not seen a Google.
Yeah, I saw. I didn't even know there was an Apple Maps ones.
It
Wow.
was a standard ass minivan with Apple Maps kind of on the side of it and a thing on top.
Oh yeah, no, the Google, they're all one car and they're painted, and you know it's the Google car. When you see it, you're like, that's a Google car. But yeah. So I don't know. It's I'm kind of glad Microsoft's doing this. Hopefully this means, like, I don't know, like more Xbox, stuff on mobile devices, like maybe we can stream, you know, games to our PCs, maybe we can stream games to our phones or tablets, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe, the Xbox could be in the living room and I could be in my bed with one of these controllers on my tablet or my phone, be streaming. I mean, but that's what that's what the purpose of a controller on a phone is for, is to like,
There's
play
been
these console type
controllers on
games.
phones for a while now, and there hasn't been anything really worth using a controller on a phone. Fortnite. That's what this is for. This is for Fortnite.
Oh yeah, but who knows what this
That's
could
it.
lead to?
And
Microsoft's
PUBG.
their next big thing is streaming. They're talking about streaming games, and stuff like that. What if
I
you're able
still
to
think we're not ready for that yet.
I don't know, like,
Technology wise, yes, we are. Technology wise, we are. As as a country infrastructure, no, we are not.
I mean, it just depends on how their compression technology is.
I
Like,
mean,
if they can compress it enough and then uncompress it on, if your device can uncompress it.
the past 3 months, I've gotten an email towards the end of the month, from Comcast. You are 90% away from your data cap. I have a fucking terabyte for a cap.
Wow, that's crazy.
Like, and I'm not doing 4K. I don't stream 4K. I don't have a 4K TV. I'm just doing standard 1080p.
I wonder if that's right or not. Like, you may want to look into, like, maybe monitoring your own.
I've looked at. I know where my problems are, and it baffles me how much data they use. That's the fucking Chromecast and the Fire Stick. It's like, holy fuck, do they use data?
how? I don't
That's
understand
what I thought. I was
they
like,
use
how?
that much.
How do you use data? It's fucking Netflix.
Huh.
Like, I used over 100 gigs on Netflix last month.
Wow.
Like, what the fuck? I didn't even watch that many things. I didn't even use it every day.
Yeah, I'm lucky. We don't have data cap. I don't have a data cap.
Now I can spend $50 to get rid of it, and
It's a lot, but it might. I just.
I mean,
I guess
I
you
can
have no
spend.
choice.
I can up it $10 for 10 gigs. I can do that multiple times until I get to 50 gigs, and then I'm already paying $50 extra.
Yeah,
just get rid of the cap.
That makes a lot more
Which,
sense.
hey,
Yeah.
good on Comcast for even recognizing that. You know, why pay $50 for 50 extra gigs when you just get rid of the data cap for that price anyway?
Yeah, you're just one person too. Imagine if
Yeah, I'm a single person.
imagine if you had other people in streaming, Netflix or other stuff like that.
And
Yeah.
I actually saw yesterday somebody on Reddit complaining about the getting that email. So I'm not alone.
Yeah. But I don't know. It like I said, it has a lot to do with compression technology too, compressing the stuff enough to get through because it's not like they're sending the entire, game through streaming, there is compression and stuff like that, but
Mm-hmm.
and that's why you see some of these companies, their compressions are good. Like the Project Stream, I guess is I'm not sure how much that data that's used. I I think I should check that out because I can monitor my data through my router.
Windows can do it just it's the exact same one on your phone. It looks the exact same. Like what app is using data?
Okay, I need to check that out and do try some of that Project Stream and see and then so that'll be interesting. I wish there's more games on each of these. Like they're both the Nvidia and then the project Google Project Stream. They're still like early beta stuff like that. So all there is Assassin's Creed for the Google one, and then there's for the Nvidia one. There's a lot more stuff you can do. You can do stuff like Fortnite and stuff like that. I wish there was like one game I could try both and see comparisons. I'm sure there's people out there who've already figured that out, maybe the different comparisons for these streaming things, but we're getting close to that being a reality. To the point where I can see like it being an generation has eased people into digital only.
Right, but the difference is some places you can't do it. Like the speeds aren't there to be able to do it. And like yes, in like major cities and a good amount of towns, yes, you can. But we're too big of a country. There's way too many small towns that you may not even have an internet provider in your town. Like I knew a girl not that long ago. Where her parents lived, they didn't. There wasn't even. They didn't have an option. Like they did not have cable internet. That wasn't even an option. They had to use their phones.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, what was it? Here you have like one cable internet provider, and then you have like AT&T. Like their DSL service.
Yes.
And it's like, that's not really a good. Luckily for me, the cable provider here, they don't have caps. If you went to AT&T though, you have caps, and the speeds are drastically reduced. Like 15 megs is like, or 25 megs is like their top, I think, here. Which is like, that's
Yeah,
not
like I
good.
said, I can pay $50 and get rid of my cap, which compared to when I did have cable TV as well, I'm already paying almost $150 less than I did back then.
Wow, that's
That's another thing. I'm paying way less than I am now just to get the cable, that I can possibly pay that extra 50 and not it won't be that bad.
well, that's good. At least you have the option.
Yeah, I have the option, but like somebody like Knox, he doesn't. We've seen Knox complain about his internet before,
Because he lives in the country.
because he lives in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, Texas.
Yeah. That's that's the biggest issue with, one of our biggest issues is, the infrastructure in the US is just not consistent.
We're too big. We're too big, and that's it's one of the problems.
Well, that, and like the government doesn't prioritize it at all.
The government is full of old people who don't understand the internet. That's where that is. So,
Like
and
everyone
maybe
was like,
about
"Oh,
40 years when those white hairs get out of there, and we get the white hairs from our generation in there, then maybe."
I remember was when Obama came on, everyone was like, Obama's gonna be tech president and he's gonna help us with he has to have his BlackBerry, so they're making a special BlackBerry for him that's encrypted so he doesn't have to get rid of it. And like that was the big thing, was Obama was gonna be the president for the techies. He really even do anything? Like,
Yes. He put in net neutrality, which Trump took away.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's it. But like,
That's
I don't
about
know.
it.
Internet, we still need internet to be considered a utility. That needs to be a thing, because
Yeah,
like internet is vital in today's
yeah.
society.
That's especially I mean, that's just like, oh, I gotta be on Facebook all the time. No. Schools are doing this. Schools are online. Schools are giving out homework for online. Their homework stuff is online now.
Yeah, I saw
Schools are giving kids laptops and iPads and stuff to do their work.
I saw a commercial for, like, it was like in a station, because I have an antenna, so I get like all the locals and stuff. But it was
Mm-hmm.
like Wichita Falls, Texas, which is like 40 minutes away. But it was like, yeah, it was a commercial for like, oh, if you're having trouble in schools, then you can do high school online here. and like at your own home,
Yes.
and not have to like. I'm thinking, whoa, where was this when I was in high school? I would have
Yes,
much
I
like.
have also seen commercials like that as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you don't go to a library really anymore. You go get on the internet.
Which,
Like,
for some kids, that's going to the library. I mean, to be honest, that is going to the library, is to get on the internet.
yeah, or some people need the internet to work at their homes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
I mean,
yeah, like
there's so many jobs that are just online now.
that's where it needs to be. It needs to the internet needs to be considered a utility. Like, but anyways, we're getting political, and I don't really like talking politics. So, that's all I had though. Like, I'm hopeful that we can, because there really haven't been great controllers for. I've tried a few, like, and a few of like the, I guess, big brand gaming, controller, or for like Android and stuff like that. Like, I've tried the Moga. That's one of the big
Mm-hmm.
ones, right? I've
I
tried
have,
those.
yeah. I'm trying to think of the one I have, because I have a like a Bluetooth controller that has a phone holder.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, it's Bluetooth, but it doesn't necessarily work with every game, and doesn't necessarily work. Like, it's just it's weird. Like, there needs to be a standard for stuff like this too. Yeah, like on Android and you know iOS, there needs to be like, yeah, you can hook up a Bluetooth controller and you can map this button does this action, and there needs to be that, like, you know, simple as that. So, anyways, I guess that's it. I got nothing else. You got nothing else?
I got nothing else.
Already, be sure to check out our website, thegeeksftw.com, for links to the articles we have here today on episode 321. Uh, check out our other links on the site, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Mixer. Follow us on Twitter at the GeeksFTW. Stewart is at Casual Terror, and I'm at Geeky William. And
Before we go, I said this before. This weekend,
yep.
Saturday and Sunday is Extra Life. I am doing Extra Life. Doing 12 hours on Saturday, 12 hours on Sunday. 8 to 8 Eastern?
Shirt,
oh, excellent. Yeah. Excellent. 8 to 8 Eastern, Saturday and Sunday. Because I'm getting too old to do the 25 hours. Because Extra Life seems to fall on the same day as Daylight Saving. So it always ends up being 25 hours. But anyway, 12 and 12. I will be playing games like Red Dead Redemption 2. I'll be playing the new Spider-Man DLC. I'll be probably playing Assassin's Creed. Team Fortress 2, I play every year. Titanfall 2. There's so many games I want to go back to. Persona 5. Horizon Zero Dawn. I'll be playing a bunch of games, so come check it out. Say hi. You can donate thegeeksftw.com/extralifestewart, Stuart, and
that'll redirect you to the
and
Extra Life
then
page.
that's my Extra Life page.
Yeah,
that's a redirect that I made to make it easier to type.
Yeah, I'm just letting the audience know that's not like since it's our
No.
website. That's not
it's
linked to us.
it's a redirect.
Yeah, and there's links on the website too, right?
I don't know if I set one up on the subset or not. I should. I've done in the past, and I don't think I did this year.
Yeah, I don't see one. Nope. But yeah, just be sure to check that out, and Stuart will be tweeting it out, and
I'll tweet it. Like I'm going, you know, it'll be on Facebook, it'll be on Twitch, be on Mixer, be on
you should
YouTube.
have it set to auto tweet, like, every so hours.
Yeah, I should set up an auto thing. I can schedule tweets. So, but
Yeah, definitely check that out. I will definitely be stopping by and watching some, and maybe Stuart and I could play some stuff.
yeah. Last year we played 7 days.
Yeah. I did forget. I did try to play Left 4 Dead 2 again.
Oh yeah.
I had an issue though. Like I was I just clicked like, quick match, and it was like in order to join, it's like when you joined, it'd be like you have to click like some button or whatever to actually join in, or you're just spectating the AI.
Uh-huh.
It was like it told me to click like 3 different buttons, and it was like neg was one of them. Like it was just the weirdest thing, and I was trying to look this up, and I couldn't figure it out, so I was just like, well, fine, I guess I'm not going to play this.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was like right neg alt or something like that. It was the
Right? What
weirdest.
the hell? I don't see a neg button.
I don't know.
What's a neg button?
NEG. Like, hold on.
Oh no, I want you to type NEG. So Alt NEG left.
No, it was Z-axis neg.
Did you have a controller plugged in?
No, I was
because that's a controller prompt.
I was gonna do it on mouse and keyboard.
That's
It's I typed
Z-axis, and once you put your hand through the table and click.
I typed L4D2 neg, and the first thing that pops up is the Z-axis neg, Left 4 Dead 2 general discussion, Steam community, and there's videos. Left 4 Dead 2, what's Z-axis neg? Like, yeah, easy fix analog problem on Left 4 Dead. Yeah, I guess it is an issue. I don't know. I have to figure that out. But yeah, I was watching the Rooster Teeth, they did a Left 4 Dead video, Achievement Hunter.
Yeah, with Bernie.
I was like, I want to play Left 4 Dead 2. I like Left 4 Dead 2. And we've always talked about getting back into it and doing the mods.
Because that was so much fun.
We had so much fun. Going back to some of those mods, like maybe the Helm's Deep. That's maybe more completed now, because we played it once and then we played it again, and it was like they kept working on it.
Yeah, and who knows what other kind of maps are, and I
remember like the Mario and the Crash Bandicoot and stuff like that we played.
Yeah, Minecraft.
Yeah, that was so fun. Left 4 Dead is still such a good game. But yeah, maybe we'll play that. Maybe, I don't know. But definitely be sure to check out Stuart's stream. And if you can, donate, because it is for the kids.
Absolutely.
It is for the kids. So.
I don't have a super high goal. It's only $100. That's all. That's not much.
But it helps. If
anything helps.
You times that by however many people are doing Extra Life. It definitely adds up. Alrighty. But yeah, this has been episode 321, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Yeah, I was just like, why can't I? And this is after I did my computer. I reformatted and reinstalled Windows. I seriously just, I got to the point where I was just like, smash buttons on my keyboard.
Button smash.
And I was like, oh crap, I took some screenshots. I didn't want to do that.
Trying to look. Where would Left 4 Dead mods be hiding nowadays?
I was about to say the Steam Workshop. That wasn't really a thing when we were.
No, yeah. Steam Workshop maybe where it's at now.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot easier too. I would think now than having to go to those sites and. $9,512 campaigns. Oh crap! Cancel. Don't warn me again. Oh, these aren't campaigns. What are you talking about?
I don't. Yeah, some of these are maps.
Oh, the Pikachu loading icon? That's not a campaign.
No, and neither is the
Pizza AK-47? That's not a map.
neither is the cute anime girls and Halloween costumes.
I clicked don't warn me again for Left 4 Dead 2. Why do you keep popping up? Oh, here we go. Helm's Deep Reborn.
Anime girls on pain pills. That's not a map either.
I remember when we were playing that Helm's Deep, we're like, man, this is so hard. And then it's like, oh, it opens up. We can go back into it. What? I remember when we discovered that. Yeah, Helm's Deep Reborn, 5 stars, 18,961 ratings. Wait, 1 million current subscribers. What?
It is the top. It is the most popular of all time.
It was well done. Yeah.
Oh boy, number 2 of all time. Tank challenge.
Is that all tanks?
It's all tanks.
God.
It's just kind of a small round map, and it's all tanks. Urban Flight. That sounds like that's an actual map, isn't it? Because if not, then somebody just made a new Left 4 Dead 2 map. Like, just straight up Left 4 Dead 2 map. Or, just... It doesn't look like it could be any, it isn't based on anything. Just like a decent map.
Huh. You said what's it called?
Urban Flight.
Urban.
And the fact that the picture is a Left 4 Dead 2 poster, like the other maps are, or like a official map.
Oh no, this is a map. I think parts of it I recognize, like the hotel. Like yeah. I don't understand why it's.
Yeah, it's treated
maybe
as a.
Maybe it's slightly different. Maybe they use some elements. Because some of the screenshots, I'm like, I don't remember an airplane hangar. But I remember like the first image, like that looks familiar. That looks like kind of the New Orleans type map they had. Maybe yeah, so maybe it is slightly different. I don't know. It looks good though.
Yeah, I guess.
Created by the Rabbit.
Oh, cool. There's an HD mod.
Ooh.
Enhanced graphics.
What's it called?
HD World Enhanced graphics.
The world.
Left from Mario. I remember that.
I'll definitely subscribe to this HD one.
I remember seeing an article written about this. It's Jaden Smith tweets. It changes the wall graffiti to Jaden Smith tweets.
Who's Jane Smith?
Jaden Smith?
Will
Smith's?
Smith. Okay, I thought you said Jane. I'm like, what?
Nope, Jaden.
Ah.
School is the tool to brainwash the youth. How can mirrors be real if our eyes are... Eyes are what? Eyes aren't real. Titanic.
Looks like the community is stuck with Left 4 Dead 2. Like, still.
Oh, there's even a mod that does like color corrections. Like it slightly changes the colors to be more realistic, I guess.
Huh. Okay, I'm gonna get off and get something to eat because I could just be looking at these for so long.
Donald Trump tank.
Oh God. I'm not surprised. Alrighty, I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty, see ya. Yeah. Thanks for watching.